It's your boy Griff here, back with another video, and today I got this video, guys. Man, today we're going to be back with the TOP guide, best teams guide. You guys know we do a best teams guide, then we do part one. We do a walkthrough for part one, boss one, and then we do a part two walkthrough, two, boss two, whatever you guys think is going to be, whatever. And yeah, so that's what we need to do. There's a new season, so you guys feel me? We finished in the top 2K. I can show you guys the equipments and everything. And not the equipments, the ranking and everything like that. So I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. Let's go to last season. So yeah, you guys see I'm in the top 2K, which is pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Regen. Regen's been carrying me forever. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna show you guys the top 5 teams in terms of based off the Z tier units and the S tiers and the A tier units. And that's how I kind of based off of it. Of course, you can use other teams that's in here, but just looking at the Z tier units and stuff, that's usually how I build my the best teams and everything like that. And then make sure you guys have your units to friendship rank 10. Also, getting the TOP equipment from the rare exchange shop, getting your, like I said, your friendship level to rank 10, playing the Let's Fight, playing that one story. I think it's the part 6, book 1, chapter 8 one, where you're facing this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Play that relentlessly until you get all your units to friendship rank 10. And for these videos too, one thing to note is if I tell you to pick a unit over a certain unit, I'm assuming that you guys have the same amount of stars. So say for example you have a unit that's from S tier that I pick, but you have them at 3 stars, but then there's an A tier unit that's the same color, but you have them at 12 stars. Go with the unit with the 12 stars because stats matter. So I'd rather go with a 12-star unit that's an A tier than rather go with a 3-star S tier unit, because then they won't be able to tank the damage and everything like that. And I'd rather just have a tankier unit. So if you guys are in those type of situations, comment down below so I can help you guys out and everything like that. Because sometimes when I pick my units, all my units are usually 14 stars for regen. I main that team, so all my units are at the same stars. And then I'm gonna pick the unit that's S tier. But if you have a unit that's higher stars on the A tier side and on a lower boost, go with the unit with the lower boost because you're having a better chance of surviving, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's a little intro for you guys. Then we're going to go into the top 5 teams or top 4 teams or how many teams I want to do for this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the intro. Let's hop into the first team. All right, next. So the first team we're gonna do regen. You guys know regen is this team that I'll go with, right? Like regen's my main team. Why not? Right. So we're gonna take everybody out from this boost. Excuse me, but we're gonna keep Fat Boo and Super Baby 2, and Fat Boo are literally essential for the team. If you don't have Fat Boo and Super Baby 2, they don't rock regen. Like you need them to, because it's the healings that they have for each other is really insane. So if you don't have Fat Boo and Super Baby 2, don't rock regen. You gotta rock another team because they're essential. That's not what they make. They make the regen like the identity of the regen team for TOP. So let's go to Z tier. First, look at the Z tier units. Now we have Yellow Piccolo and Yellow Slug, which I definitely like. I definitely like them a ton. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna add Yellow Piccolo in here for sure. So I'm gonna add Yellow Piccolo in here. I do like Yellow Piccolo. He also heals and everything like that. I feel like he gets the job done. Just having 3 healers and saying he's a Z tier unit. And Lord Slug is a Z tier, right? So we can add Lord Slug in here, right? We can add Lord Slug. I feel like those are the 2 units that I am comfortable with from the Z tier units, and then we can go to S tier. Now to take a look at the S tier units. Now what I might actually do is actually take Slug off and put in this Cell, because this Cell is actually really good. He's able to heal himself. He's a Zenkai unit, so he has high stats and everything like that. So me personally, I know a lot of you guys might not go with the EX Lord Slug and probably just go with the Zenkai Cell. I think that's what you guys should probably do, and that's probably what I'm going to do, is actually probably switch him out and just have one Z tier unit and just have this Slug, this Cell as one of my yellow units for sure, because this guy gets the job done. He gets the job done and it's pretty solid. So now we see Super Baby 2, not Super Baby 2, but Omega Shenron is also in S tier, so I'm gonna show you guys the replacements for Omega. Kind of know a lot of you guys don't have EX Omega high stars and everything like that. And for the green unit, I'm definitely gonna rock Green Cell, because Green Cell is a S tier unit. He heals himself, he gives debuffs, all that good stuff. And he's gonna get Zenkai buff by Fat Boo, so I definitely do like that for sure. So now we're pretty much looking for the purple and the red. Now we do have purple DKP. I'm not too confident in purple DKP, not gonna lie to you, because you guys know from the past stuff, he's been getting like cooked. So he's been getting cooked. So we can take a look here. And I might actually try out this Buhan right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might actually give Buhan a go. Take a look, bro. He has high stats. Not high stat, but he's 14 stars. He has high damage inflicted buffs. He has high key recovery. He gives support to the allies, Majin Buu Saga or event exclusive, so that's pretty cool. And then for the red unit, the only thing that's what's tricky is really the red unit. We also have this Kid Buu here. This Kid Buu is actually, what's the name? He's actually in the A tier boost, which is pretty interesting as well. So for this spot, I might add in Red Piccolo. And in here, I'm still debating, should I go with Super Baby 2? I'm gonna go with this free-to-play Buhan, or should I just go with DKP? Now the question is, I probably might just go with DKP just to get the S tier buffs and everything. But honestly, I feel like, I mean, just having a Z tier unit, and then we have 2 A tier units, I'm gonna see if I can find a better A tier purple unit. I might just go back to Purple 21, not gonna lie to you, just because Purple 21 is in B tier. And I'd rather just have Purple 21 on the team. So I might just add Purple 21 on the team like this. So I have 2 B tiers, and then I have 3 S tiers, and then I have 1 Z tier. I feel like we should be able to be good. So I actually do like this setup a ton. Yeah, for Red Piccolo, I know a lot of you guys don't have Red Piccolo. So since Red Piccolo is pretty much one of the better red units, just because he's in Z tier, I think Omega Shenron is pretty solid as well. The Zenkai's metal coolers are actually really good too. I think those are really the 2 options for the red units. And then in terms of the blue, I know a lot of you guys don't have Omega Shenron. So Omega Shenron, I think for the AT units, yeah, because I don't like the Zenkai cells. So I don't know how good this guy's going to be. I don't know how good Zenkai Bootanks is going to be. So if you guys do have Zenkai Bootanks at like Zenkai 6 or 7 by the time you guys start doing your matches, I think he's actually going to be a really good option as well. So any of these Zenkais, for real, honestly, Blue Kamikolo, Lord Slug, Bootanks now, since he got a Zenkai, so his stats are higher, or EX Boost. So you can actually pick one of these blue units to fill in for Omega Shenron. And they're all good, so I can't really tell you where rank who's based off your stars, based off the Zenkai level you have them at. You choose and decide, because they're all equally pretty good. So you just got to based off your stars. If you have like a 7-star Kamikolo, but you have a 14-star Lord Slug, go with the Lord Slug. Go with the unit that has the higher stars, so he has higher stats. So this is probably gonna be the team I rock. Lots of healing, a ton of units here heals, and I think we should be able to get the job done with this team. So this is probably gonna be my Regions team, most likely. And yeah, let's hop into the next team. Okay, so for the next team, we're actually going to do Super Warriors. Super Warriors actually just has a lot of news in Z tier. You guys see, like, look at all these units in Z tier. So that's going to take everybody up. But we're actually going to keep Yellow Piccolo. Yellow Piccolo is actually part of the Super Warriors team, so for sure. And what I usually like to do, I usually like to have Yajirobe and the Purple Krillin. I really do like them a ton. And then after that, I mean, we can take a look at the S tier. Take a look at the S tier for sure. And then let's take a look at the A tier. Take a look at the A tier and the B tier. So actually, Tien is actually in the B tier. So me personally, I still will probably rock Tien on the team. This is, if you have Tien, then rock Super Warriors. If you don't have Tien, then I wouldn't rock Super Warriors, not gonna lie to you. So this is for the people that do have Tien, but I'm gonna rock Tien. And then taking a look here, let's actually go to the A tier, right? Taking the A tier, I just put Cryhon in here. I put a Red Piccolo in here. And then if we can go to the S tier, so we need what? We have a purple, we have a yellow, we have a red. I mean, I guess just for extra points, I mean, you could definitely just add in this what's name here, but I'd rather just go with the A tier and just add in Kamikolo in here. Just have a lot more, just have a stronger blue on the standby. And then for the last unit, like I said, you have 3 Z tier units, so I guess you can kind of just be a little bit more, you can go to the B tier side and go with Yellow Piccolo here. I think the Purple Piccolo is actually in C tier, unfortunately, so you definitely could actually add a unit in here, because what, Super Baby 2 is a C tier unit. So if you want to add like a really strong green, for example, like this Tien, I think Tien actually has the flare, right? And he actually heals, right? Yeah, so he has the can move, and every time you land the blast on, he heals. Let me actually check Krillin. I know Krillin actually heals when he gets hit, so you can actually pick one of these units as a C tier unit, and I'll probably rock something like this. So you have what, 3 Z tier units, you have a B tier unit, and then everybody else is A. I feel like this team can definitely get the job done. If I was to replace anybody, you could probably take out depending on if you don't have Yajirobe or the purple Krillin at high stars, you can definitely replace them with this Krillin because he's an EX unit and he's Zenkai. He just has a lower tier boost, but he has a solar flare, which is pretty cool. So if you want to take out Yajirobe or the purple Krillin to replace it with this guy, for sure, I definitely would do that for sure. If you don't have him at high stars, so maybe you don't have this purple Krillin at high stars, you can go and drop this Krillin if you have this Krillin at Zenkai 7 and everything like that. And take a look at the A tier. I already used all the A tier units. And then the B tier for sure, like you have TN. And you could definitely use Yellow Piccolo if you want to add Yellow Piccolo around there. But I actually like this setup a ton. You have some good Sparkers in there. You have you don't have that many EX units, but everybody else is pretty solid. They can hold their own for sure. So maybe if you're not confident with any of the purple EX units, you can go and use purple Piccolo, right? But you don't want to have too many C tier units for sure. So that's why I don't want to add purple Piccolo with the green TN as well, because you have 2 C tier units, and then you also have a B tier unit. So I definitely didn't want to do that. But if you really want to do that, you can definitely you can, but I wouldn't advise it. So this is probably a Super Warriors team that I'll probably rock with. Like I said, 14 stars based off the stars and everything like that. If you have the units, if you have blue TN, I would rock this. Something like this. But if you don't have blue TN, don't even rock Super Warriors, because I think blue TN is like one of the main units to rock for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it with Super Warriors. Let's hop into the next team. I bet. So for the next team, we're actually going to be talking about Saiyans, bro. Saiyans is just a fleshed out tag, bro. You can't really go wrong with it. So let's build a Saiyan team. So we'll go to the Z tiers. I feel like the 2 Z tier units that I like is actually Purple Nappa. I like Purple Nappa a ton, and I actually like the Green Goku. Now, me personally, you could probably take out the Nappa, but let's actually just build a team and see what we have here first. But let's actually take everybody out here. Let's actually take everybody out. I think this is from Super Warriors. So let's take everybody out here. So I like, the one thing I like about the Green Goku is actually he heals his allies actually here. So you see at the start of the second turn, he heals the people on the left and right of him by 5% and gets them damage inflicted. So there's more healing there. So take a look at this. This is also another unit I believe that's really good, bro. Like this red Turles is really good. So you have him at like 7 stars minimum. Yeah, right. Like this guy's really good just because of debuffs he gives against Saiyans, and he also heals himself by 10%. So he's actually really good for sure. Another unit that's actually pretty slept on is this Kaioken Goku, because you guys see there, like at the end of the second turn, he gets his gauge up, so you guarantee a blue card like pretty much every match. So he actually just does a ton of damage. You can actually add in this blue Kaioken Goku here. Me personally, I'll actually make sure I'll try to get this Halo Vegeta, Angel Vegeta, where he's at. I think he's actually in B tier. Let's actually go and get him here, because I like his support and healing that he gives to the team. So you have to take a look here. He heals the allies. So I definitely like adding him in here regardless of what tier he's in. So we have a B tier unit. So let's go back to the S tier. So now we need what? We have a red, purple, green. So I mean, you can find a stronger green for sure. So I think a unit that's pretty solid here. I actually do like this Raditz for sure. Let me actually go to the A tier. So we have some S tiers, we have some Z tiers. So we can actually probably go to the A tier to find some stronger units for sure. Take a look at the red units. We need what? A stronger red, and we need a stronger green. So I personally do like this green baby Vegeta, because he heals himself, he gives support to the allies. So what colors do you guys need next? So you guys need yellow, green. We got all the colors, so now we just kind of just need like a stronger red, or actually a stronger purple. So we actually do need a stronger purple. So we actually go to S tier. Zenkai Turles is actually really good because he heals himself as well. He does extra damage to Saiyans, I believe, or is it Sun Fam? I think it's actually Sun Fam. Yeah, Sun Fam or Saiyans, and he also heals himself at the end of the second turn. So that's pretty good as well. And then for the last unit, I guess we can find maybe like a stronger yellow. Find a stronger yellow for this. So there's a lot of Zenkai units for sure that's around here that you guys can definitely pick out. Me personally, I'm trying to look. Let's go to B tier. We have 2 B tier units. Let me see. How does this guy do? I actually like this guy a lot. He's a recent Zenkai, and he heals himself at the end of second turn. I like this. I like this a lot. So we have 2 yellows. And he's going to Zenkai buff the Angel Vegeta because he's part of the Majin Buu saga. And probably a setup like this, for sure. You know, like I said, you have so many Saiyans, bro. Like, you can definitely build something else. You could build a ton of different Saiyan ideas and teams. Like, you can add in, if you don't have this Kaioken Goku, you can add in Blue Nappa. You can add in this Zenkai, Broly, and Chilai for purple units. Like if you're not the biggest, if you're not the most confident in adding the Turles in here, I mean the Nappa in there, you can actually just add in this Goku because he just heals himself and everything like that. So this Saiyans in general is just really good, bro. It's just a broad team. You can't really go wrong with any of the setups for real. So this type of Saiyan setup that I'll kind of build, for example. So let's hop into the next team. Catch you guys there. Alright, so next team we're actually going to do is actually androids, bro. Androids actually looks pretty solid. So let's go to Z tier. So out of the Z tier units, excuse me, we're actually going to pick one unit. The one I kind of feel the most confident in is Blue 13. I feel like he's a spark unit in the Z tier. I think he's solid enough. But like, I really feel like what makes androids kind of flourish is the units that they have in this S tier group. They actually got some good S tier units. So like you really have like 4 S2 units that you can really pick up. Like for example, like this red 21 is, I mean this red 18 is really good just because this amount of healing and the debuffs he gives for our allies, for the people that's on the left and the top left and right for. And then you actually have this yellow this yellow cell. Like the fact that he's paired up with androids, he's going to be healing all his android allies by 3% at the end of third turn. And then he's a Zenkai, so he has the high stats, and he's giving support to his androids allies, depending on how many enemies are left. So he gives support to everyone on the field. Really good. So I actually might just add him here. Just why not? Next is actually going to be this green cell. This green cell heals himself. He gives debuffs. You guys see me every now and then. I'll rock him on my regen setup, depending on his boost tier. But he gets the job done as well. Next is actually probably going to be actually the red 13. The red 13 is a Zenkai unit. He gets his blue card at the end of what at the end of the third turn. He gets a guaranteed blue card, so he does a ton of damage. So you actually add this guy up in here. Like look how many Z tier units they have, and then you actually have this guy. He's actually really good too, but you don't want to have too many units. You don't want to have too many reds and stuff like that. So take a look here. You have what, 3 units left. I think you can actually go to the B tier and actually add in these 2 units for sure. Add in purple 21 and then add in blue gamma 2, because the support and the healing that they have, you have a lot of S tier units on your team, so you could definitely go to the B tier, add in like purple 21, add in gamma 2 for sure. And then for the last unit, you probably might want to, let me see, you have red, you have yellow, you have a decent blue. You could look for a better green. You could add in a unit like Gamma 1, for example. Let me actually look at Green 18. Is Green 18 heals? I don't remember. No. So you can add in this unit here, Gamma 1, or you can go to the S tier unit and add in Green 18. The reason why I like Green 18 is because Green 18 heals yourself for the first turn by 10%. So it's just the amount of healing that you have on this team is absurd. You have like purple 21 that heals. You have like gamma 2 that heals his allies and gives support buffs. Then you have like green 18 that heals herself. You have red 18 that heals the team. Green cell heals, and then yellow cell is healing his whole team as well. So I really feel like some type of setup like this is really good for sure for like androids. For like you can go to the B tier, adding purple 21, adding gamma 2, and then just the amount of S tiers that they have. All these S tiers are really solid. Like you can definitely, if you don't have red 13 Zenkai, you can actually substitute him for this red 17 because he actually ramps up over time, which is really good. And that's probably it for sure. You definitely want to have gamma 2 and purple 21, and then red 18 you'll want to replace. Zenkai cell, this yellow one is really good. The green cell for sure. Maybe you can switch him with green 16, but I just like him because he can heal himself as well. So some type of android setup like this is good, really good. You have what, 5 S tier units, and then you have a Z tier units, and then you have 2 B tier. That's solid enough. That's definitely solid enough. And yeah, the A tiers is okay. They're alright, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe if you want to look for a better yellow, you can probably you can substitute the green 18 for yellow Zenkai 18 right here for sure. But something like this is good enough. It's good enough. So let's hop into probably the last team, because I did Regen, I did some Warriors, I did Saiyans, and I did Android. So I'm gonna see if I can find one more team. Let's wrap this video up. Alright, so I couldn't really find a really good team at the end for real, so I'm just gonna wrap the video up here for real. I'm mad tired, but yeah, that's probably those are probably the 4 teams that I feel comfortable with. Like, of course, you can find some other teams and everything like that from this, but those are probably the teams that I feel comfortable having regen. Of course, I'm gonna rock regen because regen is just that's my team, right? So like, I'm gonna rock regen all the time. But I'm definitely gonna be deciding like who should I use, especially as like my purple unit. I probably might just rock purple 21. Probably just take some hit from the points because we do have a Z tier, we do have some S tiers in there as well. So I don't really mind going with purple 21, knowing that I'm a not really take that much damage from her just because just her survivability rate. So I'd rather just stick with purple 21. But yeah, y'all let me know. Let me know what team y'all gonna rock. Most of y'all just probably gonna rock regen because I rock regen, so we're all gonna rock regen together. But yeah, Zenkai blue tank is actually interesting because it actually is another alternative for a blue regen member. So depending on how many people use him throughout the future, he could be like a dark horse in terms of having a blue unit on there if you guys don't have Omega and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Ultra Kid Boo dropped, and then you have Super Boo, then you have like Red Cell. So you do have some new regen units. It is hopefully that many people don't use them, so they can get added up to like the A tier and the S tier boost, like especially like Red Cell and Super Boo, like the free to play Super Boo. But other than that, we should be good to go. So yeah, that's it with the video. Like I said, not much. Just wait until what I think Saturday. I mean Sunday. I think it's Sunday for part 1, and then Saturday for part 2. Next Saturday for part 2. So yeah, you guys know anniversary is literally like in 3 weeks. So we gotta make sure we get the top ranks, bro. So we can get the guaranteed 1,000 chrono crystals. You literally can get like 1.4k chrono crystals from this if you're making the top cut and all that good stuff. So gotta save them CCs, bro. So I know a lot of you guys do enjoy these videos and stuff. And like I said, if you guys have cases where there's like a S tier unit that's lower stars compared to an A tier unit that has higher stars, comment down below because you guys all have like specific situation that you guys are in because everyone's box is different. So just let me know, especially on the regen side of things, because you guys know I'm a rock regen. So if you guys have like a 7-star Omega, and you decide between Omega and like a Zenkai blue regen unit that has higher stars, go with the blue Zenkai regen unit because he higher stats, better survivability rate. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. The Rainbow Girl, man, I'm out.